Alright, starting off with a burp. Gotta go strong on the 5th episode of NaySMR. Welcome, everybody. I have an extremely ridiculous setup in front of me right now. Anyone else who makes a podcast would be smashing their forehead right now because this looks so stupid. I finally got my Zoom, my audio recorder with my microphone set up, and I'm not using it the way I should. I have the microphone on one of those elbow metal arm things, like one of those 80s movable desk lamps. And it came with 2 microphone stands for these new microphones that I'm now recording on, and that microphone is plugged into the Zoom. But I'm using the 2 other microphone stands. They're like metal, and I have a handkerchief strung across the 2 of them like a clothesline, clothes drying outside in the backyard, and I have these 2 giant clips holding my handkerchief across that because that is my makeshift spit guard. And I've been sitting here for a half an hour going puh, giving all the P sounds so I can remove this sound, actually it's not even doing it, the breath puh. I have to get really close to mess it up to make it sound crappy. So I guess I figured it out because now it sounds okay. I just don't know for the distance I'm at. I want to get that rich podcast voice. But if I talk this close and do a puh, oh, it still sounds pretty good. Would you look at that? I guess I can get real close and intimate on the microphone right now. Wow, that's cool. Well, so I'm using it the way it's not supposed to. I'm also have the microphone plugged into the external outlet. This also has these 2 plugs on the bottom of the Zoom to record, so you can have a friend who has their own microphone. It gets plugged in and you get like the super cool good audio because it's got the big plug. But when I plug the mics into the bottom ports, the microphone ports, the Zoom adds this great sound of a like every 3 seconds you hear a scratch sound. Why? I've used all kinds of different cords. It's like one of those guitar cable cords, like a microphone cord for like a live stage performance. Because you're listening to a live stage performance right now of me in my garage, my new room. Anyways, I'm figuring out the Zoom. For some reason, anytime I get anything, it just doesn't work right. Last week's episode was recorded on my phone, and I thought it was going to sound the worst. It sounds the best. I went back and listened to it, and it just sounds good. I was just laying on the floor with my phone, and it sounds great. Why, now that I've spent money on this podcast, does it sound like crap unless I use the backup version where I plug the microphone into the external outlet on the back of the Zoom? Who knows? Here I am rambling once again for your audible pleasure. So we're going to see in a second. Charlene and Seth are about to enter the house. I'm in the garage. We're going to test to see if you can hear them on the microphone as they're closing the car doors, talking, and then closing the front door. This is my life now. I've moved into the garage because rent is too expensive for me and YouTube doesn't pay me. I don't complain about YouTube for no reason. It's because I can't live anymore, and I used to be able to live off of it, and now I don't. There's Cheffed. I don't know if you can hear him or not. This is also going to test the quality of the mics. There's Charlene. And they're in the house. Now they're in the front room going into the kitchen. Don't know if you guys can hear that or not, so I will listen after and see how good my microphone is. Alright, so this I think is going to be the final episode where it's just me rambling. Last week was supposed to be the final one, but Cheffed's busy working on movie things for his movie. So he was in... Of course, the memory card filled up on the Zoom. Just my luck. So now we're on my phone. Next week, maybe, when I get a memory card and get these microphone cords figured out, we will be on the Zoom with the mics with Jackie Johnson, my guest for next week. I don't even remember at this point what I had said in the beginning half of this podcast. So I'm just going to recap possibly or give you new information. I really don't know. Next week, I think this is probably going to be the last episode of me rambling alone, unless I do the bonus episodes for Patreon donators. Jackie Johnson, my friend, who I know from the Upright Citizens Brigade, a comedian, actress, a woman who does a podcast called Natch Butte. Might not be something for most of my audience, most of my teenage and 30-something-year-old men who watch my insanity. Jackie does a good podcast, so that I've listened to a few episodes because she has my people that I know on. Some of my friends, Courtney from Milford, my short film Milford, Courtney Peroso, she was on an episode that was actually pretty funny. Because Courtney, so anyways, but I'll get into that in a second. I'm just now basically talking about other people's podcasts. That's what my podcast is. I just say what everyone else talks about on their podcasts. That's what I should do if I run out of material. But I never run out of material. My mouth is always running. It's always something falling out of my lips. So anyways, Jackie Johnson, she has a really great voice. And she's an awesome person. She's a very happy, positive person that I really like. I don't see her very often. I don't see a lot of the people that I know in the comedy world that often because I'm so busy making things. When I do see them is when I'm like making something with them. Jackie's awesome, and her podcast is it's called Natch Butte, like natural beauty. She talks to different guests about like what they're using for makeup and all this other just stuff that people who use makeup would be interested in. So if there's anyone out there listening to this, you should check out Natch Butte. Jackie's awesome. She's got a really good voice, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to have her on, because I was like, hey, you should do this podcast with me, because it's about relaxing and talking all calmly and smoothly. But she was like, I'll talk about this with her when we record the episode, but I just thought it'd be funny to mention that she's like, I'm so bad on podcasts because I'm so loud, but as I normally am too, and you all know that about me, I'm very loud. I'm the rambunctious one. Of the group, of the rambunctious group, I'm the most rambunctious, and it's hard for me to control my volume. But on this podcast, I start off trying to do a test. I try to test myself and talk as smooth and calmly as I can. But I think that's all going to change once I start having guests on, because then I get worked up and I get riled up, and I'll probably be burping a lot with them more too, because the more I talk, the more I swallow the air, and then burps come out. I think that's why it's happening. Anyways, stay tuned for Jackie Johnson. She's awesome. She has a really good voice for podcasts. So this podcast will be a bonus having her on. So I think she'll be my first guest next week. Anyways, I wanted to talk about this episode, just things that I like. Since this is supposed to be like a relaxing thing, I was like, let's talk about things that relax me, things that I enjoy. Off the top of my head right now, the thing that I have been wanting to do lately to relax is just stop working, but it's hard to do when you're filming 3 videos a week on one channel and other videos on another channel and live streams on another channel. I edit so much, man. It's insane. With this short film and all the videos, I'm like burned out. And I'm editing reels for these shows I'm pitching. I'm editing that stuff a lot. Stuff you don't even see I'm editing. I'm pitching this show for this character that you've seen, but I don't want to talk too much about the show. I edited 2 reels last week, and we had a pitch meeting. Now I'm editing a new reel for another show we're taking out and pitching. Actually, there's 2. I forgot the third one. There's 3 shows total we're taking out. So anyways, I'm editing a lot, and I just want to relax. So how I've been doing that lately is I go to Chili's. So as you might know, I should mention, I hope you watched my newest video that went up today. I'm recording this on Wednesday. Trail Luaus is back. It's been 4 years since I've done a Talking Classics, done a Trail Luaus video. It's been a year since I did Talking Classics, and that's coming back this month too. I'm trying to have that finished being shot this Sunday, but that's not the point. I'm getting off topic. I'm just rambling about what I'm working on. I want to be rambling about what I'm doing when I'm not working, which I guess is never. Lately, I've been sneaking away and I don't tell my friends because I'm a little embarrassed, that I go to Chili's. Paul makes fun of me so much. He's like, you can't go to Chili's alone. That's so sad. But what I do, this is pretty clever. Tell me how cool I am when I do this. When I tell you what I do, I order 2 meals sometimes because Paul thinks it's so sad that I go and eat alone. I may have talked about this in the past. I know I've told people, I don't know if I said it on this podcast, but something I do when I go to a restaurant alone, Paul got into my head thinking, oh, it's embarrassing to go eat at a restaurant alone. But I do it all the time. I go to the movies alone. Every movie I see, most movies, 99% of the movies I see alone. I go to bands alone. I like going to do things alone. So I've been sneaking away to Chili's to go eat my guilty pleasure meal of a Chili's bean burger. So you guys probably know this about me if you saw the live stream, 24-hour live stream. I freaking love Chili's. I love getting that bean burger because it's just like, I'm not going to think about my health for a minute. I'm not going to eat the best food in the world and tons of vegetables and vegan everything because I just want to eat some junk. So for me, junk is a bean burger. All that bread, man, their bread, that burger, it's so good. It's not great for me, I'm sure, but I just want to have it, and I just want to relax and be alone and not be editing and not be talking to anyone, not be in a meeting or on a phone call. I don't want to be doing work that I'm not getting paid for like I always am. I want to go and do nothing and eat a freaking bean burger and then get that lava cake. Oh my God, the lava cake is so good. So I go out to this Chili's that's like kind of far away, and I feel like I'm in the middle of nowhere. It genuinely, in this town, it does not feel like I'm in like Los Angeles at least. California maybe, but not even California. Honestly, it feels like I'm in North Carolina or Massachusetts somewhere in a Chili's, and I don't know anyone, and nobody looks like LA people. So it's kind of just neat. Not that I want to get away from LA people. I love Los Angeles and people in Los Angeles. I like how people are healthy and positive and motivated, and everyone's making stuff. It's nice. I really like it here. But it's nice to just kind of be like, where am I? It's just, I feel like I went on a little vacation to freaking Flavorland, man. Chugging that bean burger and that lava cake. That's what I do to relax. Just go to Chili's. So that video, the Trail of Us video, is motivated out of pure love for Chili's. Why is that funny? I love Chili's. So anyways, what I do when I go to restaurants, see, I'm getting loud again. Next week when I'm talking to Jackie, the volume is going to be up, and it's not going to be very relaxing for you guys. But I don't think it's relaxing in the first place. I don't think me talking like this does anyone any relaxing. The ASMR part of this podcast is a freaking sham. It's a ripoff. It's not real. It's a dumb name. I need to change the name eventually. It can't be NaySMR anymore. I need to call it something else. I don't know what to call it. Just Nathan. Just call it Nathan Podcast. That's actually kind of funny. Nathan Podcast. Maybe I will call it that. Who knows? Anyways, what was I talking about? Going to Chili's. What I do, I've done this a bunch. It's funny. I love doing it because it makes Paul more embarrassed that I'm there alone. So Paul hates when I go to restaurants alone. He's like, you can't do that. It's so humiliating. So last time I went to Chili's, I almost said Chili's. I did say Chili's as a joke, but my mouth was starting to say Chili's because I said Chili's 100 million times this past week when I was filming the trail video. See, there it is. I genuinely say Skittles now when I talk about Skittles because I've said it more than I've said the word Skittles. Now I'm going to mess up how I'm saying Chili's. I can't not say Chili's. All right, Nathan, get to the point. So I go to restaurants, and I did this recently. There's so many layers to this. This is the things I'm going to forget to mention. I go to the restaurants, and I order 2 meals because for 2 reasons. Most of the time, it's just to tell Paul I did it to make him feel really embarrassed for me. But sometimes it's because I'm just hungry and I want extra food. So I order 2 meals. So the people think, oh, someone's coming. So I'm like, I've said to the person, I'll order for them. And I order the same meal twice. So it's like, are you ordering for someone else or are you just ordering 2 meals for yourself? I ordered two bean burgers, but I did mix it up. I got fries on the side for the other meal and then broccoli on the side for me.
and I eat my broccoli, and then I'm done with my meal. So the server comes back and checks, and it's like, oh, the person still hasn't showed up. This is kind of sad. Maybe he's being stood up. And it's like, oh no, he ate all his food. I'm just imagining it from the point of view of the waiter. Oh no, he ate all his food, and the person still hasn't shown up. They'll be here any minute now. And then when they don't come, I eat the food of the other person. So imagine you're a waiter and someone shows up to a restaurant and says, oh, table for two, please. Oh, we'll get 2 bean burgers. They're running late. I'll order for them. They love fries because I know this girl so well, or whoever it is that's showing up. I like to imagine it's a girl and it's a date. And I'm like ordering for her because I know what she's going to want. Oh, she didn't show up. I'll eat her food. It's not sad. I don't want to waste it. And then, so the guy ate the girl's meal and his food. So he's freaking stuffing his face because he's so sad. He eats 2 meals. And then I ordered dessert. I'm crying. What? It's so funny. It shouldn't be funny. It's sad. But it's funny because to me, I get to tell Paul this story, and all Paul is thinking about is what this waiter is thinking about this loser who's now eating a sad dessert alone by himself. He eats the whole thing, so I order a whole lava cake after having 2 meals. It's clearly something's wrong. He's eating so much food. So I did this, right? I did all this. I ate all this food, and then I ate the cake. And I had an email in my phone from Chili's about saving $5 off dessert for your birthday, because Chili's knows it was my birthday, and it wasn't my birthday, but it was around my birthday. And the waiter came back to the table and saw clear as day on my phone, happy birthday, here's a coupon on us. So the guy now thinks it's my birthday. I've been stood up and I ate both meals and a sad dessert on my own, and I'm using the $5 off coupon because I can't afford to buy it all. Oh my god, it's so funny. Oh, it's so funny. I couldn't wait to tell Paul this whole story. And I was actually texting him as I was there, and he's like, shut up, you're making me sick, don't tell me this. And I go, oh my god, the icing on the cake, the guy came and saw my coupon for my birthday. So I'm just thinking, this waiter is seeing the saddest customer in the world. And it was so funny to me because I know it's not true, but Paul's in the head of the waiter who thinks it's real, and it's making him sick and he can't deal with it. Oh, I'm exhausted telling that story. So anyways, that is my last Chili's experience, and I really want to go do it again right now. It's so bad because it's very nice for me just to go. And also the freaking games, like, I guess I am really promoting Chili's right now because this is actually really smart of them. This is something I dragged Paul and our other friends like 2 years ago to Chili's. I was like, we gotta go have a great time at Chili's. So we finally went and had a great time at Chili's. No one ate anything except for me. They got the bottomless pit of chips and salsa, which is freaking tight. That's awesome. You pay like $1 and you get this endless supply of chips and salsa. And it's like really good. And they're vegan for people who are vegan, so that's great. So we're eating this bottomless pit of chips. I'm getting my bean burger. I got a lava cake. Our friends Jasmine and Cornelius, they think they're just vegetarian, so they got food too. Laro, I think, or that's Paul's girlfriend, I call her Laro, she got a cocktail. So like, we were partying, right? And one thing that Paul appreciated, and something that we've always wanted, was you can just pay on this little iPad thing that's on in front of you, and you can split the bill right there. It makes it so easy. I'm burping just thinking about the tasty meals I could be getting right now at Chili's. So that was great. That's very inventive and forward-thinking and ingenuitive, whatever the word would be, of Chili's to have that iPad. And they got freaking free games on the iPad that are actually fun. You can play trivia against other tables and apparently other restaurants that's connected to like a Chili's network. I want to live in this Chili's network, man. Get me in that Wi-Fi. I am just going to dive right in. It's such a great experience going to Chili's. It really is. Like, I really want to be the spokesperson. I'll do it for real low cheap. I'll do it basically free if you give me free bean burgers and lava cakes. So yeah, that's pretty cool about Chili's as well. So I guess that's my whole ad for Chili's. The other thing I'd like to get into about things that I like to relax. Please, and I respond to all the comments. I read every comment, especially on this because it's not too many because not many people will watch or listen. Let me know what you like to do to relax because I might take part in these things that you do because I need to find the little moments here and there, and I try to at least one point in the day. Charlene and Seth are screaming in the other room, and I don't know if you can hear it. I'm waiting to see if they do it again to see if you can hear it. Oh, Charlene's like saying she's gonna throw up. I don't know what they're doing. They're probably eating something gross. They're both making food all the time. They're not spending enough time at Chili's, that's for sure, because they're making too much food. They need to go to Chili's more. Oh, you probably saw Charlene in the new Trail of Us video. If you haven't watched it yet, watch the new Trail of Us video. It's all about Chili's. It's the first time Trail has done an ad for anything that wasn't candy related. Maybe. He did Haywayne Punch, which is juice. But now he's on to restaurants. He's going to advertise for everyone and make everyone so much money. So another thing, but yeah, so let me know what you do to relax because I will respond to you because I want to hear more things. The thing I do the most, that I try to do the most, but lately, this past week, it's been really hard because I don't actually get to take part in it. I edit very late, and I'm like, okay, editing. Okay, I'll be done by 10 o'clock tonight. Awesome. I started at 7. I'll be done this video. I'll be done this scene of Milford, and I'll be done by 10. Never happens. Because I remember, I got to make a song for this other video coming up. Oh, crap, I didn't edit this other song for the Keith thing. There's always something to do. And I ended up, the other night, my plan was to do my second favorite relaxing thing. Did you hear that fart? I hope you heard it. That was a pretty good fart. It's not very close to the microphone, though. I love, at the end of the day, because work never stops for me. It just goes nonstop. I this week, I auditioned a lot. I booked a job, actually. I should talk about that. Let's talk about the jobs after. I audition all day, then I come home, and that's my time to work on my stuff. So I write and edit and film things, and I'm usually up till after midnight. So I try to force myself, at least on Mondays and Tuesdays, if I can, or it's at least one day out of the week, I want to watch Monday Night Raw and just relax on the couch and lay there comfortable and just watch Raw for a couple hours. That's all I want. Most people get to relax every night after work. I can't do that, and I want to do it so bad, but I have to keep up with the videos, and I have to keep going because this is how I'm getting paid, and everyone's donating on Patreon. If you're not, and you got $1, please, I could really use it. I'm spending all my money on these videos, by the way. I was hoping Patreon would just be paying my bills, but now after this new Talking Classics and then that Trail video, I spent almost $200 on that Trail video surprisingly. Getting all the Chili's I ordered and then driving to and from it. It cost me like a ton in gas to get this Chili's. And then I had to buy markers and a paper bag. It's very bare bones, props and all, but it cost me like $100. It wasn't almost $200. It was like $120 to make that stupid video. Oh, and then I had to get an app. Oh, and I had to pay. Okay, maybe DDoS cost $200. I think that number came from somewhere. I had to pay $20 for my Adobe. This isn't the point. My Premiere editing program. I'm rambling about things that don't matter. I just want you to know how things add up extremely fast. I had to buy the markers, and then I had to get this app to get these new synthesizer sounds because I don't want to ever use the same synthesizers I use for everything, and that was $20. So I've been spending. It adds up like crazy fast, and that Trail video looks like garbage because it's supposed to. Trail's videos are supposed to just be like real basic and easy and cheap, but this one wasn't. I think it was a little more expensive just because Chili's cost so much and I had to drive that far out to get it. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been that much. But Talking Classics is starting to add up right now. And basically, my money is just going to be spent on the videos. And I won't be making anything. So, if you can, and you got $1 and you like me, please, once a month, you can donate $1 to me. It's the cheapest Netflix or Hulu subscription ever. And you get just as much content as their entire library from me. So what I like to do after all this nonsense of editing is I just crave and look forward to. Like, I'm so eager, like Christmas morning, excited to go on the couch and just watch my girlfriend, Becky Lynch, destroy some people. So I tried to do it last week. I still haven't done it this week. Or did I watch Raw this week? Was it this week? Oh, what is it? Oh, it's already Wednesday. Maybe it was this week. Yes, it was this week. It was either yesterday or Monday. I did a lot of stunts on Monday and Tuesday for a job that I'm going to talk about in a second, for a new show. And I was really hurt. I was like hurt and tired and achy and sore. And my skin was like kind of messed up from the stuff I was doing. So I wanted to take a shower, put on my pajamas, brand new clean pajamas. I wear long underwear, like white long underwear, top and bottom. And if I was ever a wrestler, I'd want that to be my outfit. I wanted it to be like called like Long John or something. I feel like a cheap superhero in these pajamas. I love putting on my pajamas so bad, especially when they're fresh out of the wash. So I wanted so badly after being beat up this week to relax and watch Raw. It's like, this is the perfect week. I worked, I got a job, I got 2 days of work. Well, I think it might only be getting paid for 1 day, but it was 2 physical days of actual stunts, like hard stunts. And I wanted to get on the couch and relax. But by the time I did, because I was wrapping up this trail edit, and then I was making music, and then I was working on Talkie Classics, I got on the couch at like 12:30 at night. And I had to be up the next morning. I had to leave my house at 6 a.m. to do the second day of stunts. So this was Monday after the first stunt day. I wanted to relax. 12:30, I get on the couch, I watch wrestling, I fell asleep within 5 minutes. Woke up 4 a.m, neck crooked, hurting. I was like, oh crap, I fell asleep on the couch. I had to go get in bed. I went to bed for another hour and a half in my bed, got up and went and did stunts again. And I haven't been back on the couch yet. I'm dying to get on that couch. I guess it was just a day or two ago. Was it yesterday? What's today? Today's Wednesday. It was yesterday. That was yesterday. So, was that yesterday? Wow, that feels like so long ago. When there's stuff going on in your week, it feels like the more time has gone by. That's crazy. Okay, so anyways, this week at some point, was it this week? I don't remember anything. I don't even know what month it is ever. It's hard to know the month in the time of year in California, especially, and then when you don't have it because of the weather, but then when you don't have a real job, like a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, you don't know what's going on ever. I don't know when it's the weekend. I truly do not know when it's the weekend until someone tells me sometimes. Yesterday felt like a Friday. I remember saying that when I was filming. I was like, it feels like a Friday today. Maybe because it was like my end of my work week, because I did those 2 days. Anyways, that's something else I like to do. I didn't mean to get into like my schedule and all that stuff and work. I was just trying to talk about the things. I'm trying to make this episode about things that relax me. Wrestling is one of them. Oh, imagine getting a freaking Chili's bean burger and eating on the couch while watching wrestling. That is the ultimate. That would be the ultimate relaxation. That's what I gotta do. Ooh, that would be nice. Next week, maybe I can do it next week. So, yeah. Anyways, I thought I'll mention this show to you. I can't give you too many details because it's like not out yet. I'm not supposed to talk about it much, but I can tell you it's a television show on Fox. I want to tell you the celebrity that's involved, but I probably shouldn't. It's a show that's coming this summer. You'll be able to watch it this summer. I think I might be on it a bunch. That's what it seems like. I think they're going to have me back a bunch, but you'll at least see me in the stuff I did. It's some pretty good physical comedy and stuff. I'm excited to talk about it when it comes out. I'm also on the show Now Apocalypse. If you guys don't know about it, it's a pretty risque show. There's a lot of nudity and fooling around and stuff on it. So watch that if you want. I'm in 3 episodes. You can see the whole thing on the Stars app. I don't know if anybody has the Stars app or not. The show's on Stars. There's a season 2, I think. Well, I don't know if this is season 2. They think they're working on it. I don't know, but I'm hoping I'll come back on that. I'm just trying to tell you how you can check me out on some of things, because I'm gonna start wrapping it up here. But yeah, that show. Watch the one on watch the show you don't know about on Fox. Well, anyways, I guess really I just wanted to talk about how great Chili's is. Man, what a restaurant! I used to go to Chili's all the time. I lived in Massachusetts because in the area, there was no vegetarian restaurants at all, unless you went to Boston or like Providence. So we would go to Chili's, and I ate so many bean burgers. It's incredible. And I had a friend, Amber, who worked there. Every time, me and my friend Brad, we'd go to Chili's, each get a bean burger, the bottomless pit of chips, and a lava cake, and she wouldn't charge us anything. I don't know how she didn't get fired. She gave us so much free food every single time. Like, we went there all the time, like a couple times a week, and then we just hang out with her in the parking lot. It was awesome. Those were the good days. That's when I was really relaxed. I was just having fun. When I wasn't like pushing hard for a dream, when I didn't have dreams, life was easy. It sounds kind of weird, but it's true. I was filming videos. I've been filming videos since I was like 13 years old. I always have been filming videos. Like, before there was even YouTube, I still filmed as many videos. We have like DVDs of old sketches with like 20 sketches on each DVD. We just always filmed something, and we'd be but then there was just more time to like hang out. I don't have that time anymore. I kind of miss that. I miss just doing nothing. It's nice to go on like a road trip and you're forced to do nothing because you're away from home and you're away from all your stuff, and you can't be like working on anything, and the only thing you can do is just hang out. That's what I need. I need to like just relax and go on like a little vacation, a very cheap vacation. I need to just get away from like the computer and a camera and a microphone. Although that 24-hour live stream, that truly was a vacation for me. So thank you everyone who donated during that. Like, you gave me a really great weekend. That was so fun. And I went to Chili's. So it was great. And that's where the Chili's thing was born. The whole idea for I'm talking about it as if it was like some novel, the idea for an award-winning novel I came up with. It's just when I came up with saying Chili's wrong and put it in a garbage video that no one's going to watch. But it was a very fun weekend for me because I love ghosts. That freaking weird thing happened to me at sleep. I'm actually going to load that. I think I'm going to load it next week. I don't know if I said that or not. I might load that as my character video next Wednesday. I'm trying to keep Wednesdays for strictly characters, like my original OG type stuff, like Ray Amsley, Trail, Annoying Songs, Keith, and all that. But I really want to put up the video of the stuff that happened to me when I was sleeping on the Queen Mary. And I don't know what other day a week to put it up. And I don't want to put up 4 videos in 1 week because I think that's just oversaturating and my audience won't catch it all. And one thing I think that happens is when you put up too much stuff, people don't know where to start. They don't know what to watch. And they just kind of like zone out and stop paying attention because it's just a little oversaturation. And I don't want to do that. So I think Wednesday I'll put up. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that weekend was awesome. So thank you very much to everyone who donated. Like, I really needed that. It was super fun, and I would love to do that again. But it was only possible because you guys donated and paid us back for all the stuff we spent doing it. We walked away with $50 profit. We did the math way wrong. We came home and broke it down with Seth. It took us like an hour. Like, we were getting so confused. When we finally figured out what we had spent and what we earned back, we had walked away with $50 profit. So it was a plus. We actually got some money, I guess. But it wouldn't have been possible without you because we would be dead broken and screwed right now if you guys didn't donate. So thank you very much. That was a very fun weekend. That was the last time I actually got to relax. I'd love to do something like that again. Just go stay in a hotel for one night and eat at a restaurant for one night. That just sounds so nice right now. It's easy to get stressed. I hope you guys are not stressed. I hope you're able to eat at a restaurant for one night and relax for one night. I hope people are able to. I know a lot of people who watch me have kids and things and jobs. So I hope you're able to do whatever you can do. Maybe it's listening to this podcast. I hope it's worth it. I hope it's actually relaxing you. But do whatever you can to relax because you truly need it. I realized today I was hanging out with Bob. I was just kind of rambling and venting to him about like all this nonsense that's going on with auditions and just all kinds of stuff and acting, and it made me realize I need to go back to my therapist. I haven't seen her in a month or so, and I love going to the therapist. That's something I should mention earlier, is another thing that does help me relax and puts me at ease and makes all my paranoid thoughts go away is talking to my therapist, because it's nice just to talk to like a professional that knows what the brain is doing and why it's doing things, and like knows you why and why you're doing things, and it can like logically explain things to you. It's like you think you're saying you're doing this because of that, and the reason you think that is because of this, and you go, oh, that's funny, I'm an idiot, cool, I won't do that anymore. And then also it's just relaxing to vent to someone. This is another way for me to relax. You guys help me when I just ramble to the microphone, so thank you for letting me ramble to you. All right, well, yeah, so there you go. Sneaking away, going chills and eating 2 sad, lonely meals is one of the ways I relax, and then watching wrestling when I can, and talking to you guys. So thank you very much, everyone, for listening and coming back. This has got its own little following, it seems, the NaySMR podcast. Next week will be all different. I think I will have my first guest, Jackie Johnson. So stay tuned for that. We'll see how it goes. Thank you for watching or listening every week. I appreciate you guys coming here and listening to this. And I guess that's where I will end it. Okay. See you next time. Bye-bye.